motivation. We got put up flow. I can say your mama what you share.
Anytime I'm a steps, fucking funny. Taka one, but just that tag. To the style, you know we don't papa. Keep on a vapala, vachenga vatala, makampala. Yeah, come for the Katali. We push and stay strong like Natalie. Back to the style.
Okwa Namibia's Land of the Brave. It's the NSK here. It's another Friday, and we have another podcast lined up just for you. All right? And yes, I've got my shades on. Why? Because I'm a superstar. Why not? But you know what? The next man that I have here with me as my guest will scold me for this, okay? He will tell you, you have to be humble, NSK. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please help me welcome the man of the moment, the man that is rebuilding his career, the man that has been in our faces on TVs, on newspapers for the past 15 years, 20 years or so. We grew up on his music. The king or the godfather of Namibian hip hop, Jericho, my man. How you doing, sir?
Oh, good, my guy. That's some sort of an intro right there.
Yeah.
I love it. The king to the godfather to the 20 years.
You know what I mean?
I know, man. I'm very thankful to be out here today. Thank you for having me.
Real quick though.
Let's do this.
I had a Shabin debate. Okay. I was in Korean, but I say bars and I'm going to be a team. I was a bit of bargaining, but I was a bit of bargaining them. But you know, because I do things like that at times where you just need to ground yourself. Because you ground yourself, you just hear what people are talking and so on. I ended up in a debate.
Okay.
And the debate was, is Jericho the godfather of Namibian hip hop? Because I was saying he is. But that was part of
that sounds so obvious.
How do you perceive yourself? Are you the godfather of Namibian hip hop or not?
All I know is I'm just doing what I had to. Whatever. I never want to put myself in a position where I feel like this is how I feel about it. You know what I mean? That ego, whatever thing. I'd rather let the people decide for what position they want. And right now, the people put me as a king. Other people put me as a godfather. The others says I'm a legend. But what I know, I've contributed so much into the industry to be entitled to whatever top position I've been put into.
Let's talk about it. Because you are in the conversations.
Most definitely.
You are in the conversations of goat, king, legend, godfather. Make us understand, Buta. When did you realize that you're meant for the stage and that you're meant for the mic?
You gotta
take me back to high school.
First of all, you gotta understand that where I come from. My father is also known as John Kemps. He was one of the best known as one of the best bass guitarists in this country.
Oh, yeah.
I used to play for back in the days.
Ugly Creatures, the guy of it.
You know what I mean? So basically, it's in the bloodline. It's in the bloodstreams. In the veins. My mother used to sing for a choir. My grandfather is another saxophonist. What you call a trumpet?
It's a trumpet.
I've got my grandfather's brother is a violinist.
Yeah.
So basically,
are you serious?
I've got a whole musical family. I grew up with music, literally. So you can see that. So before I started rapping, I was a dancer at primary school. I started off, we all love Michael Jackson. We all love Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown,
know what I mean?
man.
Vanilla Ice Babies and all this type of things. So my musical career was already planted from seed. It was not something that I found in the runway. It was something that was already planned.
That was already planned.
It was what it is. And you know, the walls of Jericho, it was music that made the walls crumble. So music has always been part of me. That's why I was blessed with the name Jericho.
Yeah.
So it was a whole planned movement. You know what I mean? It was not just something that just existed. It was something that was planned from the start.
Yeah. Check this out. You said high school. What was the group's name?
My group.
I used
squad had rest in peace to BK. BK used to be part of our
BK
squad.
Used to be part of your. Oh,
Duke used to be part of our squad.
Oh my God! Are you serious?
I'm telling you, Shifiri, I will never forget my guy. Michael Shifiri used to be part of my squad. Granville used to be part. We used to be the boys to men of Shifiri High. You know what I mean? With this voice of mine. As a singer even, and not even as a hip hop artist.
Yeah. You were actually singing, hitting those notes.
I was end of the road. It was me with the crew. It was me with the crew, my guy. You know what I mean? So the music has always been part of my, my journey.
It's funny that you mentioned this because in a radio interview, K-Boss was recently in a radio interview with Paula on Fresh FM, and Paula asked him, like, listen, my man, like, about the support culture, right?
Yeah.
Why do we not have a support culture? And K-Boss's point was, listen, as an artist or as a creative, you must be honest about who you are.
True.
Were you always meant for the stage, or are you just taking chances?
I was always meant.
Exactly.
You gotta imagine, for somebody, if I've been on stage ever since I was a youngster, the drive has always been there, then it must have been meant already. You know, there are people that's shy. I've never been shy going on stage, because my father used to travel around as me as a kid when he was playing, and I was already on stage dancing, not knowing what was happening around me.
Yesterday, guys.
So you can imagine that. My mom used to tell me, my father used to take me truck hiking.
And that was the thing back in the day.
Place to place, take me around.
Yeah.
So I remember places like the Groot Wangers Sal.
Yeah. That Leonard Verbian was fighting for.
Yeah. You know, so me as a kid, I can remember me just being there and dancing on stage. So I already had that.
That is amazing, man.
Yeah, I already had that. So that's why I got so much control of when I'm on stage.
Man, let's get into this conversation. There's a lot of questions that people have on their minds.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that happened. There's a lot of things that, you know, people were sitting there and wondering in shebeens, in their homes, in their offices, and thinking, yesterday, ma, Jericho, me, bro, what kind?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start off from when you hit proper superstardom.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
not even during the days of Prolific Article.
Yeah, before.
Even before, percentage.
There is.
What song will you say in your respect hit the streets? But it started like a check it, nee man, mi Brahman. Ons het mos met Jericho.
Ja,
Jericho's dansen voor ons. Hoe kom nie?
Ons gaan terug naar de eerste album.
The eerste album.
That's why for me, the foundation of my first album has always been the best, because of I had so much to say in that album. And you must remember, this album was dropped out of all the experiences, me being in prison. That's what I talk about. That's why you find songs like Dear Judge.
Yeah.
You know, I Still Love You was born on that same album
Judge,
also.
right.
Cheku's Back was born in that same album.
Yeah.
Most of those lyrics written in that album was written in prison. So
Wait, man. Wait.
That's what I'm saying.
That album, the first album.
Cheku's Back was written in prison, like literally written in prison when I was doing my time for my homicide.
So what? You were fast forwarding your life.
Visualizing everything already. I'm telling you it scares me also. I don't know where this comes from. This is not me speaking. This is God right here. Why do you think I'm saying stuff like that in my songs? It's because it's given. I didn't find it in the road. It's given. Everything was already planned out. There's changes in everything that I'm going through right now. There's some things that were planned out.
Yeah.
I had to go through certain things to be in this position that I am sitting here today with you to talk about it.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know about this. And today we're going to express, we're going to tell them what it is.
Oh man, this is amazing.
Cheku's Back, the song itself.
Yeah.
Cheku's Back, the song is, the reason people always ask me, why do you say Cheku's Back? Where do you come from? It's because at high school I was already famous with dance and all those things. I disappeared to prison. I was gone. People did not hear about me.
How many years was that? Sorry.
I was sentenced to 11 years. I did 5 years in prison. So for 5 years I was quiet, I was gone. And 6 years I finished outside. That's where my music got born. When I came outside, 2005, I dropped Cheku's Back.
So fast forward.
Yeah.
Here comes Izinyoka.
Most def.
Izinyoka says, "Kick me, bra."
Suchnight. Approaching too far, you know what I mean? Yes, most def.
And it's like, my nigga, you have to drop.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna invest. We're gonna put in a couple of thousands, 100,000 in you.
Yeah.
We're gonna fly in superstars. You're gonna record, and you're gonna make some money for us.
Yeah.
Tell us about that period, my man, because you guys, you launched the cultural album.
Yeah,
you were
we did.
all over
We
the
did.
country. Freaking hell, you had Casper in your verse in your studio, my man.
He was very lucky to be on the song with me, not me being lucky with being on the song with him.
At the time, yeah.
Because the person that I approached, that I really, really wanted to work with, rest in peace to Double HP, was
him?
hip hop and Chula. So he was the prodigy to hip hop and Chula. That time of the whole ponytail thing.
Exactly, yeah.
And then he just brought Casper as a backup for the show. For the event that we had.
For the event that you guys had, yeah.
And then Casper and West decided, like, okay,
Let me jump on
Yeah, I
this.
want to jump on this when you had the beat with Sula and them, because at that time, I was recording with Butterfly. And them.
Yeah.
Let me jump on the beat. I couldn't say no, because when I heard him rap, I was like,
This is something here.
This is new. This is, that outside new school.
Okay.
And then KG did the chorus, which he was not also supposed to.
It was yeah.
This was supposed
There was supposed to be you and Double HP. Yeah.
That's why you see Double HP doesn't even have a verse on the song.
Yeah.
I don't
He's
know
just ad-libbing here and
He's just
there.
ad-libbing here and there. And he was supposed to be on the song. They gave it to Casper. Like, Casper, you jump on that.
Yeah.
My verse was not even done yet, because my verse was a freestyle, in fact.
Because and it was a good freestyle.
Until now, even if I listen to it, I'm very impressed. I'm like,
Yeah.
I did a good job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's what happened, and that's how the song was born.
Your dynamics between you, DJ, and Ponty, because you guys were the three main acts.
Among X, yeah. And Street Kids.
And three kids, sorry, and three kids,
Yeah.
and three kids. Make me understand real quick. The combination thereof. Like, what was your relationship with DJ, with Ponty, with Street Kids? Obviously, Street Kids now is defunct.
Yeah.
Ponty, he's doing his thing with Collective Singers. DJ he's launching a comeback.
We're still
Yeah. Talk to me about the relationship at the time.
We were very close. We sorry, forgive me for that. The relationship I have, let me start off with DJ. DJ is a little cousin of mine. It's actually blood related.
It's actually blood related?
Exactly. It's my young cousin. Ponty, on the other hand, was, in fact, when DJ started off, I was the one that was approached to give him the push to where DJ, this is younger boy that too is.
Because that time was
but I really did not know, because he was coming from
other
states, from the states even.
Actually, states, his family being in Rubbish.
You know what I mean? So we didn't really have that connect. It's only that time when I found it out, like, oh, this the young brother is related to you, what, and we were. And then I was actually one of the few that gave him the push to what he is today, the champion that is. Ponty, on the other hand, was signed to GMP.
At the time,
Street Kids was signed to GMP. And that was the time that Zox and GMP had a fallout, and everybody actually moved from GMP with Zox.
Yeah.
And that's how Izinyoka was created with Steven.
CJ.
So they needed a park. Somebody who's also stronger in hip hop too, because I was the happy.
Yeah, no, you were the push. Yeah.
And that's how our relationship was built. But even in human, I knew Bones from the Street Kids. Him I also know very, very well for a very, very long time. So it was not a hustle to fit in. You know what I mean? Because the relationship was already solid. It was my guy, you're good. Yeah, he was a nice shot.
But here's the thing, though. Sorry to interrupt you, Jericho. Here's the thing, though. I asked this question because, I mean, you guys had an incident.
Yeah, we did.
Black Sheep's city launch. With the Street Kids and the whole GMP crew.
Yes.
And now fast forward, all of a sudden, you guys are under one label.
Exactly.
Did you understand? Did you guys have a conversation? Because now, they say, was not under one label. Yes, we fought. We had our fallout. Did you guys have an actual conversation? They said, okay, sharp kid, man. Bygones be bygones. Or was it a thing of
we did.
ish? You know what I mean?
No, we did. You know, one thing about me, when I was in the hospital going through all this process.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes alcohol, and we were very reckless when we were younger then. And I know where everything came from. I know where it went. But some things could have been prevented also from my side. So I didn't really have a lot of grudges against what happened. That's why I let it slide. And because people came back and asked for forgiveness for what has happened.
Oh, people came back and asked for forgiveness? From the GMP crew now? A couple of people from around Gaza?
All of us.
Snap,
the people that organized the shows, the people that did what made it happen, the reason why I was in the hospital, they came back. I really don't want to call them Nicola.
Of course, yeah.
But we came and we settled the situation. And for me, when Zox approached me with Steven at my house, and we spoke about it, I knew it was all about money. It was all about where do I go from here. So when they approached me in a very peaceful way for me to understand that, it's this violent things or whatever, whoever's trying to do whatever, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
If you really want to make money, make something with yourself, I'm willing to push in a couple of dollars into your career. I'm willing to help, but this and this and this and this is what we need from you, and this is involved.
Let me ask you. I'm happy that you mentioned money, and I'm happy that you mentioned the fact that okay, cool, this is the next movement.
Yeah.
Artist of the Year. Do you think that was a curse? And I ask you this, because yes, guys, there was a car situation, then there was the Helena situation, then there was the yacht. Like, my man, can you not just enjoy your Artist of the Year in peace? Was that a curse, me, bruh?
You must remember, let's start off with all of the Artists of the Years that got cars actually was involved in car accidents. Everybody that has won that position, was given a car, sponsored. With that sponsored car,
so the stain was already there.
The stain was already there.
Okay.
I found it there. I'm just happy that I had people that was praying for me, for me to be alive today, because a lot of things could have happened.
Jeez, man.
But it is a gift and it was a curse. The career itself also. You must remember, I was also very young and immature. I didn't have financial advisors. I did not have people around me that would have lead me in the right direction of doing things. So now you give a young black male a lot of money in a car with feet.
Because it was it 50,000, about 100?
I had about $1,000.
Yeah.
Because there was about 2-3 categories that I wanted.
For Stangy, yeah.
And without, you give me an amount of money, a huge amount of money when I'm still on that certain age, not knowing, I never really had that type of money in my life. And the women start throwing themselves around and everybody gives you that special attention. A lot of things change. You basically lose yourself for who you really is, because you don't even have that supporting structure where somebody could have said, this is how it works. Do this. Financially, let's do this, let's do that, and do that. So everything for me came for free.
Yes, today. And I'm sure you probably felt in that moment you are untouchable.
Nobody could tell me nothing, trust me. Nobody.
From the streets to the boardrooms.
Nobody. The decisions I make is my decisions.
Real quick, staying on the subject of that crazy year, please be honest with us.
I will.
What was the craziest nonsense that you did in the sense of losing an opportunity? For instance, maybe Coca-Cola came to you, or maybe whatever sponsor came to you and Jericho.
I think the craziest thing that I've ever done is not saving up, man.
Is not saving up.
Yeah.
So the money was pouring in.
I had a lot
from gigs, from what I mean?
Everything, investments, from endorsements, I was making money. One of the luckiest things that I was not really involved in drugs then, but I was deep in alcohol. And I'm a free spirit type of a person. I'm a free-handed person. I like to give. So I used to do it. People, I did a lot of things for a lot of people that they're not even talking about today. Good things even. I'm passing by somebody's house, the men's furniture, the men's plan on it, I'll stop the car, and I'll take up money and I'll just flush it out. My homeboy would have a problem there, what with his family, I'll take it out and I'll flush it out. But there was more expenses than incomes, because I never really thought about it. What was coming in from the endorsements. But I never really thought about, let me take this, open up a business, let me try to do that. Because I never had that financial advice. I never had people that could have advised me. Maybe there were people trying to reach out, but I was too hard-headed to open up. Because when you're in a position like that, you always think that somebody's coming for
and the label?
What you've got. The label itself had its own intentions, its own agenda. And you must remember the label, I was not really signed on paper with this New York Entertainment.
Oh, was it a verbal studio?
That's what it is. That's what I'm telling you.
No way, Buddha.
That's what I'm telling you. It was a two-part
situation. Yeah,
exactly. Even the way he approached me, that's how he approached me. The whole influence that I had, that's why I had that attitude in me.
Okay, wait.
That whole untouchable.
Let's just, before we go for a small break, there's a song that I love about you, by the way, that you shot with Strava team, and and we're gonna play that song, man. It's a beautiful freaking song.
No, most it's got the highest views on all my songs.
Oh, so you know about it?
Yeah. I know.
That's it. Cool.
I know.
So check this out, right? Make me understand, because it's not twice as you mentioned Such Night with reference to Izinyoka and Steven. Was that, man, was that the atmosphere in the label? I'm just saying, later, one way or another, we're going to get this thing done and we're going to get the result.
That's what it was. Steven was Such Night. Literally, like, that he was. The way he sat in his office, amounts of cash in rubber bands on the table, the cigar, the talks, the whole approach.
He had Gangster that was also railing behind him.
He was. We had a whole, I'm telling you, it was a death row move. We had death row in Namibia. Izinyoka was death row of Namibia.
Because, man, you guys ruled the streets. I'm not going to lie to you.
We could have been way bigger than we could have done a lot of things. But we played too much with money. We played too much. We were spending on the wrong things. We invited the wrong attention. We opened gates to the negative spirits, which we thought, all the good things in life are actually against God's will. You know that, man? Alles wat lekker is wat God niet wil.
Yeah.
So when you start having, that's why, we had women around us also, that was the females, the faces of
course.
And we had a lot of beautiful women. Did you see them?
Yeah.
You saw them? I know you saw them.
That's what I'm saying, my man.
There was a lot of beautiful things happening.
Let me tell you something real quick. I was a lighting there outside the office, just waiting for you guys to come out. Because I was at UNAM Radio at the time.
That time, yeah.
You know what I mean? I was at UNAM Radio, so I was small time, right?
Yeah.
I was just there, like hoping to catch a sight of Jericho, of the street kids. You know what I mean? Like I was a lighty, bro.
I'm telling you, we as much as we had fun, we actually messed up a lot also.
There's still a lot that we need to address.
Yes, yeah.
We're gonna address the fact that that he changed his life. There was a situation of him changing his life to being born again.
Yeah.
There was the DNAF situation that we have to address.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That album that you dropped under DNAF Entertainment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot that we need to address. But let's check out that song that I love so much. I like yo, man, like when you drop this song, my man.
Yeah, I'm still here.
I'm still here, man.
Yeah, that's what it is. Featuring Boss Madam.
Yesterday. Let's check it out. We'll be back in a bit. Stick around. This is Industry Loop with the NSK featuring Jericho.
Hey. As I walk through the desert, I'm bare feet. I'm looking for shade, I feel the sun's heat. I've been through a lot, my heart is concrete. I let the earth quake when I speak. I don't understand why everybody's pointing fingers at me. Whatever happened to the positive, the good things I've done, why you judging me? Newspapers write, gossip talks, but I don't pay them attention just by the way I walk. See, I was taught better, I should have known better. The same people say they love you, change like bad weather. Who are the business? Who iba Let's a hound was like a mega game iba Think was the case and happen talk nada dani made. Think the sang uri habeda is gonna get.
Befondatila, Helundilira, Vimbola pita, Shonale, Shikale. I'm still here. I'm still here. And I'll breathe. Ile nukwa pelenge, ete wadewe, itaba evange. Yeah. Ile nukwa pelenge, ete wadewe, itaba evange.
This is not the life that I've asked for. I came this far, but will I last long? The media attached me with my past wrongs. All the negative I've done that has passed on. Please understand, I'm trying to be a better man. So much pain in my heart that has settled in. Looking for solutions in the bottle, drinking Jameson. The pain I've been through, I could not handle, man. Everybody's hoping, wishing for my downfall. They say it's alcohol, I don't agree at all. They say I'm short-tempered, yes I do agree more. Everybody's perfect, I need a prayer, dear Lord.
Ile mukwa pelenge, ete wadewe, itaba evange. Ile mukwa pelenge, ete wadewe, itaba evange.
Despite whatever I've been through, despite what the rumors is, despite what they talk about me, try to break me down negatively, I remain to keep moving, I remain to take those steps, just for the progressive things in life. There's nothing you can do to me, try to break me down, I keep on moving on.
Ile mukwa pelenge, ete wadewe. itaba evange ile mukwa pelenge etewa dewe itaba evange ile mukwa pelenge etewa dewe itaba evange
I keep on moving on.
Oh, wait, man, sir, the NSK here. It's a Friday. We are talking industry lube, and the focus is on the comeback kid, okay, because he's forever young.
Yeah.
We've got Jericho in the building.
Most definitely.
Listen, we just checked out. I'm still here featuring Boss Madame.
Yes.
And I just found out in doing a bit of research that you gave someone an opportunity to shoot this video. Tell me about the story.
No, we don't have to say someone.
Yeah. No. That's what, no, I want you to name dropping.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
The video was very much inspiring, and the approach. You know, Matongo family is a move that is one of Matongo family, Killer B, Jericho. Is this Matongo family and Killer B? I need to say very thankful to. It's people that has contributed to also my success for me being what I am today. Strauss was the person that approached me for this video. And this
he approached you?
Yeah, he approached me. He was like, Chris, I see you're going through a lot. You've got a lot. He always has that in me. He has got a lot of faith in me. You've got a lot going on. You know what I mean? Can you give me the opportunity, my brother, for you to shoot this song for you? The song was already born. I'm still here. I want to do your video because I've got a production team now. It's just how you used to have the Tura style.
The Tura style movement at the time.
That was the clothing now. He told me he jumped over to visuals. So he asked me, can I have the opportunity to do this video for you for free? And you know, we black people, when people want to do things for you for free, you don't say no.
Yeah, exactly.
But apart from
at the time, you had the hunger also in the eyes,
I
right?
had the hunger, and I know, you know, Strauss is the type of person, if he says something and he's got that approach, you will know this is real, this is pure. So for me, I was like, because I was also going through a lot there.
Yeah, man.
I needed visuals, and everybody had their prices for videos, and I did not have the money for video.
At the time,
At the time. My boy had cameras, he had the hungerness for what he really wanted to do, and it was convincing. So I was like, let's do this. And we actually made it happen, and you would not believe it. The day of I was shooting the previous, or probably a few hours before the early shot, we've lost also one of my homeboys. That's why you see the guy at the end of the video that I put up. He died in a car accident, and Bravo was the one that broke the news on me on our way to the video shoot. So imagine all those things that I was going through, all those emotions.
While shooting that, hence why you saw the emotions in that video. Let's get into our conversation, man. Listen, fast forward, it's been announced that you're born again. You know, the papers are out here, they're writing and they're saying, listen, Jericho has turned a new leaf of life, the homie's born again, all those stories that you saw in the paper, all those, you know, the violence and whatever. The old guy said, listen, he's giving his life to Christ. He's born again, he's brand new. And then you join forces with Dinaf.
Yeah.
Walk us through that process, Buddha. Did he approach you? Did you approach him? Where was the divine intervention? If you don't change your life right now, the story is a little can.
Everything has its timing for when it happens. For me, it was a process. I've known God ever since I was a kid. I come from a very Christian.
And you always speak about it.
Exactly. All my songs, 90% or 80% of it is, you'll always say, I'll say a prayer or I'll mention God's name, or because I know where I come from. I come from a very, very, very strict religious crib. You know, my grandfather is Catholic, you know what I mean? Christian.
Catholic, strict.
Strict, very, very. So it's not like God is a stranger to me or something. You know what I mean? And I had my experiences with God where I was deep in trouble, and I would mention his name, and then suddenly the light would just suddenly shine and everything as well. So I know his existence is. And in life, I've always told myself that, listen, you always got to have something to believe in. Otherwise, the wind will blow you whatever directions the world will throw you. So my belief in something always keeps me focused, and it keeps me moving in a certain way with a certain belief that I live for something. And that's what it was. God has always put that to me. So for me, I would not say that I became born again God has always been me. I just gave him that 100 that he needed from me in that process.
During that season of your life
of my life. Okay. You know what I mean? And then it became a thing of, the guy's not gangster anymore. He's not giving us no, it had nothing to do with that. And remember, this was about me. And this was about what I was going through in that process. It was really deep. And I needed God, what I believed in, to help me out of it. So if I should have gone halfway, I would have not been sitting here and talking to you. Because remember, I've lost a lot of people in my process, my guy. I've almost lost myself, my guy. And the only person I could talk to was God. So I decided, why not give him that 100? Because I was going through a lot of pain, my guy. I was deep, man. I was deep. I'm not supposed to be sitting here and talking to you right now. It was too deep. I still feel it when I talk about it or so. But you must remember, I had to take that 100%, I had to take it to church. Because even at times I felt my own family members did not want me around them anymore. I became the outcast of the family. Everybody pushed me away. And you know,
because you come from a very prominent family.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is not the life. I could actually have a better life than what I'm sitting right now, my God. I would have had it back then already. Because I come from a very successful family. I had to soul search. I had to find myself. I had to find ways. And the only people that really showed me that love, because I felt alone in the world, my guy. Every night when I go home hungry, sitting by my bedside, just by myself, I had to find in the church to reach out. And when the church reached out, they actually made me feel like I fit in someone.
Yeah. And that's where DNAF came into the picture.
And we're still together till this day. I'm a Catholic.
Yeah, by born, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm Jesus-centered. I'm going to Pastor Goro because he was one of the few people. Not only have he been there as a father figure or like a brother or whatever, you know what I mean, or apostle, but financially even started putting me in situations where I could have felt like, okay, I'm doing something now.
Yeah.
I can buy myself my own toothbrush. I can, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which nobody else, everybody dropped me. It's New York, everybody. Yeah. The money disappeared, everything was gone.
Yeah.
The woman was gone, everything disappeared. I was by myself.
Check this out. Let's talk about the mental issue here. I could see the hurt in your eyes right now when you said that you were deep. Make me understand. Make all of us understand, Jericho. Are there voices in your head?
Yes, all.
And if the voices are in your head, are they negative?
We all got voices in our heads, my guy. It just depends on how louder they speak to you and what you follow, what you hear. You remember the pictures of the devil this side and the God this side?
Yeah.
They're trying to convince you whatever direction you take. You must remember when God created us as human beings, he gave us the free will to decide whether you want to be with God.
He gave you the free will
to decide. So whatever decisions, even my downfall was the decisions that I've made, and those decisions might have come from voices that has been in me, because there is an enemy. I'm a Gemini.
The fact that you made the decisions.
Yeah, the fact that I made the decisions, and that I made a lot of wrong decisions, I'm not going to lie to you. But you need to understand these were processes of things that I had to go through as a kid. Otherwise, I would have not been sitting and talking like this as a grown. Imagine me going through those things right now at the older.
Yeah.
But that's what I could do. It would have been too late. And that's why one of the few things that I'm very happy about is that I went to prison very, very early. So that I finished those years that I did, and I've gone through that process. I've learned what it was, and I don't want to go back anymore. Rather than if I should have gone through it right now, with all this talent, it would have been wasted.
Do you think there was a wasted opportunity with DNAF, because you did release an album under DNAF Entertainment?
It was not really an album. It was just, there's a group called...
what is it called?
Gospel?
The Gospel Collective.
This was just a push for me.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was actually just also one song, so it was not a whole collective album of saying that, okay, this is Jericho. I had my own album.
Okay.
Which was supposed to come under God's Records. That's a beat from Rundu.
Yes.
And the album just disappeared in the studio. Or he moved back to Rundu with the whole album. And the guy that was doing the production, he ended up in prison because he was some Zambian or something, foreigner bedrijf.
The situation, yeah.
And they had to deport him after, so everything just disappeared.
Yesterday, bro.
That's how that album just went.
Let me ask you a couple of questions before we close up this conversation. Number one, I asked Stop Cherry this question last week, by the way. Jericho, when are you filling a stadium, my man?
There's a lot of work that needs to be done.
Because you do understand.
I know
that you are one of very few people that can fill a stadium.
I can do it.
You understand that,
I can
right?
do it.
You know it, right?
I know it.
Okay.
I've got one problem.
So when is it happening, bro?
As soon as I get the support from all my corporate world, and they can invest money. Even if it has to take $1 million to invest and put that up for my marketing strategy, and the right people behind me can also add up to what I want to do, to my dream, then it can happen. Right now, I don't even have a management team behind me. I cannot do all these things by myself. Just me being Jericho right now for a small show. Do you know how much it takes, energy it takes? I just want to go and perform. Now I have to answer calls. I have to run around to meetings. I have to do all
interviews.
The things. I don't have that energy. I want to do what I need to do.
Which is your creative bit.
I need a strong backbone of people, educated people that knows what they do, marketing strategies. You know what I mean? I need people that can go and sit at people's offices and convince those people that they can take out that money for us to fill up a stadium. My job is just to be on stage and do what I need to do. That I can do, but the rest of everything else, I need people to help me with that.
Okay, so you need a team and you need money.
That's what it is.
You need corporate maybe to jump on.
That's what
for
I want.
Jericho to fill the stadium.
And then we can
Same name as Stadium of Vaso, guys. Where are we doing this?
Whatever stadium you want to give me, my guy.
Anywhere in this country.
You want to take me to heaven? Let's go open up our own studio. I mean, our own stadium in heaven. I still fill it up.
My man. Number 2 question. I've got 5 questions. When was the last time you spoke to Helena Kefiwa? Are you guys okay? Are those demons settled on the Senate? The story is handled on Skik Foreign to us a belief. Please, we don't want no curses going forward.
I'm fine. I'm at peace. I'm good. I spoke to her. The last time I spoke to her is when she was doing emceeing. I think I was with Strauss also, with Makoya. We did the tribute for Tunaki.
For Tunaki, oh man, rest in peace, man.
Yeah. We gave each other hugs. It's a bit
and
weird.
It was genuine.
It was everything I do is always genuine, my guy. If you would know, from my side, you would know. That's how obvious my presence is. For me, if I don't like it, you will know I don't like it. If I really do it, I'll do it. Otherwise, I would have pushed away and said, I don't need hugs from you. I don't even want you to present me on stage. You know what I mean? But it's because of people must know. There's maybe from my side, I genuinely love the woman. It's open cards. I really loved. And she's the one that actually took me out of my mom's house. She's the first woman that has ever done it. All the years that I've been under my mom's wings, she was the one that took me out. She was the one that also directed me somehow on some level and how things work and how to do it on your own and stuff. You know what I mean? I really love the woman. Whatever happened between the two of us were causes of. I've also contributed a lot. And like I said, I was young and stupid also. You know what I mean? I've got opened up to things that I did not know about. I got big-headed when the money came. As the woman got introduced, I put my relationship aside and I forgot about love. And everything became of lust. So even that contribution, but from my side, I'm pure, man. I love the love still exists. Whatever friendship we can build, we can build. I haven't spoken to her in a long time, but I would love to give her a hug if I meet her one day again.
Third question.
Okay.
Third question.
That's a quick jump, man.
No. Because we had 2 questions so far, Mos.
Okay.
Third question. Remember, I have 5 now.
Yeah.
I have 5.
Let's do this.
Third question. In doing my research, and also me being a binary, I uncovered the situation between you and Gangster.
Yeah.
What's going on there? Prasanji? Because Gangster, from what I saw, and I'll give Gangster the right of reply. From what I saw, because on Fresh FM, I had a post about what was it? I think it was the biggest song of the year or something like that. Yeah. And you commented with a laughing emoji, and he took it somewhere because he had the biggest song of the year at that time. Yeah, as certified by votes by people.
Yeah, he did.
So what's the situation there? Did you guys talk? Did you guys sort it out? What is the story, Gazi?
No, I really didn't took it. I think he took it out of proportion. I think he took it very personal. Yeah? A laughing emoji. Maybe my intentions was not to hurt or to say. If I really wanted to say something, I would have. Nothing really.
You being Jericho.
You being Jericho. You know me there. Yeah. But for me to put up a laughing emoji probably means like, hey. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So he probably took it wrong, and then sometime back, I think it's 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago?
I actually found out about it, that he has issues with me.
Oh, only 3 weeks ago,
I found out that he has issues with me.
That he was unhappy with that.
I not called him. I actually, on Facebook, I went up and said, what's up, homeboy? Because I'm busy with my album. So I was like, I want this dude to be part of my album. Ixa's real name is...
snap! You reached out to him.
What is Ixa's real name?
Ike, what is his surname? Ixa, yeah, Ixa Ike, yeah.
I found that his name is Jericho, also. Yeah. No, I was a fan. I come from Narava. My father's a colored. I grew up in Narava.
Verstaan je?
Just close by him.
Hence why you felt, okay, listen.
Since I'm to be giving him love, I went to his place to go do him a first one back in the day, which he never put up on his albums also. I don't even know where this comes from. We're supposed to be like, okay, he told me that next up man bully obviously he's not for me bully in the industry what you did.
When did he say that to you now?
3 weeks ago.
Oh, 3 weeks ago. To say if you know,
when I reached out to him.
You reached out and he's
then
like,
that's what I got. He's like, stay away from me, dude. I had so much respect for you. And I'm there like, yo, it's like, where does this come from? He said, no. Remember, Fresh FM, laughing emoji. I'm like, dude, are you serious? And it's like, no, I think the best that we can do is you do you, I don't need you. I've got my own fan base with my Afrikaans people. I'm going to do what I do. And I'm like, I'm like, okay, bro, if that's how you want it to be, then I'm cool. At least I know now where we stand, because I never even, do you really think if I had intentions, I would have reached out? It doesn't make sense.
Like, yeah, if you had
if I had intentions, you know what I mean?
If you didn't check him up.
Then why would I was the one that reached out. Why would I do that? I've got Rota from Kitmas that's doing Afrikaans. I got my boys in Rebirth, that's doing Afrikaans.
Everyone,
I've got people that I've always been working with, that I can work with. You know what I mean? I don't want to say that I don't need him or whatever. I really don't, I know. But I'm like you said, I'm a goat. I'm a legend. I'm a king. That's what people call me.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to hold hands with the youngsters and push through. You know what I mean? Not be sitting in a situation where I need to beef with these youngsters. We're not even on the same level. Me and Ixa, he's Afrikaans rapper, me, I'm over here. I put too much into this industry for me to be... in fights and this and that about little situation that doesn't even really matter to me.
Are you interested in a reconciliation?
I am always interested in whatever peace is.
Because for you it's about the bigger picture.
I've been in this industry for many years, my guy. I've been used and spit out like bubble gum. I know what this industry does. That's why you will never find me. That's why they will tell you how humble I am with this industry.
And that's why in my intro I said, this man will scold you because you're out here trying to be a superstar with your shades.
I had so many issues with a lot of dudes in this industry. A lot of them came back and said, oh, now I see. I was like, that's all that I wanted you to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So that was 4 questions. My final question is, it's a little deep. From Cannibal, Arafat, Tunaki, Roger, Eclipse.
The list goes on.
From all of these losses that we've had, which one hurt you the most?
I just think that, everybody had their part that they played in my life. It will be very unfair for me to choose and say this or this or that.
Yeah.
The fresh air is, the fresh air hurts. But we don't forget people or where it comes from. When everybody died, I felt it. I cried tears when everybody died. I cried tears when Tunaki died. I cried tears when Kani passed. Because remember, when Kani was on his lowest, what he was going through before he passed on, he actually, I can show you some of the text messages we had on Facebook when he used to sleep under the bridge because he was set out from his mom's house and he did not have nobody to fit him, and I had to do a couple of transactions even though I was also going through mine and didn't have money to take care, or I had to motivate him somehow with words and stuff. And then he passed on and I understood why he was going through all that depression and stuff because I was also going through it. That is a special thing that's also between the two of us. Arafat and myself, we also got our own special thing that we had, and I understand also how he passed. Tunagi and myself also had our own relationship, so I can't compare and say that this person's had me more than this. All I know is that I've lost a lot of good people in my life. People that has contributed in a very good way in my life, musically, whether it's sister or brotherly love. Somebody actually approached me the other day and said, did you know that the artist, remember that song, itself won me Artist of the Year. And you asked me, is it the curse?
It was the curse.
Yeah.
Or
somebody said the only people that still left is you and Max T.
Yesterday, bruh.
Something spiritually is happening. Take care of yourself. So it's for me to take the picture and then to decide to see, oh, this person is actually mentioning it from this point of view. It's spiritually, there are texts, it's just you and Max T is left. I've lost everybody that has brought me hits in this industry. I'm one of the last of the kicking dying horse or whatever.
Yeah. From the
You know what I mean? I'm not in a position to be stressing about. There are real things happening in life, my guy. There are real things happening in life. People are with agendas behind. People are busy spiritually, witchcraft. There are things happening that people don't know about. As much as we don't want to mention it or we're trying to run from it. As much as there's angels, there's demons. As much as there's positive, there's negative. There's always the opposite of something, there's something. So why do you always believe in good luck, but you don't want to believe in bad luck?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, greatest of all time, the king. It's titles that have been bestowed on him. It's not me, it's not him. This is what people are saying. The greatest of all time, the king, the godfather,
all of it.
All of it. I even ran out of all the Lokshini words. Jericho, thank you so much for your time, man.
I'd like to thank you for having me.
I appreciate you. I appreciate the fact that you were honest, that you brought it out on the table and they said, Namibia, this is what it is.
That's what it is.
Help me from this point onwards.
Let's push together, man. Let's make it happen. I can't do this without my people, without the support. You want me to fill up stadiums? Help me to fill up stadiums. You want me to drop albums? Help me to drop albums. Let me do what I do. You just play your part. Thanks to the fans that has been supported.
I'm next to a certified superstar, so I'm going to put on my shades just so I can get to his level a little bit. I hope you enjoyed this one. Next week, Friday, we're going to have another situation. We're going to talk, because this is what we do. It's a straightforward situation. We ask all the questions, and we are honest about the answers. My name is NSK. Until the next one, we say GMTM.
What you say?